Kuznets, winter over the year, I don't say out loud. Ready at the dead, 2 candles, no crowd. Found a cassette in a shoebox, smutty waters, no label, just tape. Somebody's handwriting blues, that's all, no date. Press play on a Vesna deck with a broken rewind on. Yeah, that man from Mississippi hit the room like a fire alarm. Not loud, the opposite, like something finally named. The specific weight I carried without a word for the same. I played that tape 11 times until the ribbon stretched thin. Then I slept for 14 hours, first real sleep since when? Don't tell me music saves, that's a poster, that's a lie. Tell me one specific record, they kept one specific guy. That was mine, Muddy Waters, novel, Kuznets. That night, that's the whole equation, that's the how, that's the right. Blues не лечит, он просто рядом сидит. Пока все болит, он молчит и горит. Мани Уотер в кассете без имени, вот мой врач. Новокузнецк, 2 свечи, я не вскачь. Блюз не лечит, он просто рядом сидит, Молчит и горит. Moscow, 17 different apartments, same disease. LA for still actually, nobody names that, everybody flees. Found a Robert Johnson vinyl at a Gorbushka stall. Seller said, you sure it's damaged? I said, aren't we all? Took it home, no turntable, borrowed diamonds for a week. That skipping crossroad blue lit exactly right. Craig, some imperfections aren't the damage. They're the proof that something real got pressed, got played, got used, got true. Cinematic and now I got a proper pioneer clean. Same records, different longitude, same in between the blues. Follow me across 11 times on state and acts. Just showed up in whatever box I packed and moves last. People ask what I believe and I don't do that conversation. But Muddy Waters in a deco room as my foundation, Blues не лечит, он просто рядом сидит. Молчит и горит. Muddy Waters, Новокузнецк. Blues не лечит, он просто рядом сидит. Молчит и горит. The tape didn't know my name, the record didn't care. The blues doesn't save you, it just proves someone was there. Somebody in Mississippi in 1948 felt this and pressed it into plastic, and that's the whole Faces. Молчит и горит. Blues не лечит. Молчит и горит. Новокузнецк, Новокузнецк. 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 Новокузнецк, winter of the year, I don't say out loud. Новокузнецk, winter of the year. Новокузнецк. Новокузнецк. Новокузнецk, Новокузнецk, winter of the year, I don't say out loud. Новокузнецk, winter, Kuznetsk, winter. Whoa, Новокузнецk, no. Новокузнецk, winter, Kuznetsk, winter, Kuznetsk. Новокузнецk, winter of the Kuznetsk. Новокузнецk, Новокузнецk. Новокузнецк, Новокузнецк, Новокузнецк. Новокузнецк, 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 Новокузнецk, Новокузнецk, Новокузнецk. Winter of the year, I don't say out loud. Laundromat on Broom Street, Sunday, January, sleet outside. She was reading the Bulgakov paperback with a cracked spine wide. Not performing it, actually reading. Foot up on the plastic chair. Gray wool socks, no shoes, didn't care who saw her there. I had 2 quarters short for the dryer, asked the room, yeah. She didn't look up, just reached into her coat and said, here, use Russian accent, half a sentence, back to Bulgakov, done. That's the whole origin story, that's how it begun. I sat across and pretended my phone had something on it. Watched her turn the page, she had a system, she was honest. Left without a number, smartest thing I never did. She was back next Sunday, same chair, different book, same kid. Ты читала Булгакова в праздничной зимой. Я стоял с кварталами и стал другой. Не любовь с экрана, просто свет в окне. Ты не знала обо мне, а я уже в огне. Ты читала Булгакова в прачечной зимой, уже в огне. Week 3 she asked my name, I gave the short version plain. She gave her Sasha from Ekaterinburg via Spain, via Spain. I didn't ask, the detail carries its own weight. Some people root themselves the long way to their fate. We got coffee at the Greek place on the corner mart. She ordered in English, switched to Russian when she forgot. Told me she liked jazz but only the depressing kind. I said same, we were lying, we were trying, we were blind. She had a scar above her left brow, small, white, old. Never told me how, I never asked, that's how we hold. Some information leaves between 2 people like a leash. You don't break it down, you just maintain the peace. Ты читала Булгакова в прачечной зимой. Я стоял с кварталами и стал другой. Не любовь с экрана, просто свет в окне. Ты не знала обо мне, а я уже в огне. Ты читала Булгакова в прачечной. Kvartira 7, 3rd floor of Orange, the radiator clicked at 6. She was there before with black tea, 2 sugars, yesterday's bliss. Skip the TV on for company, not for the news. Soviet habits, silence means something's wrong. Volume cures. Last December I called her from the 33 bus, Venice Beach. She asked if California had good bread. I said sorta, out of reach. She said bread should be dense, should feel like summer, should cost. Not the air they sell you, shipment more than bread. I was lost, February 4, 6:48 a.m. my time. My cousin sent the text. text, no punctuation, 3 words, the kind that redesign was next. I was on the Bleecker Ave kitchen with a coffee going cold, ready for the times, 5th time something in me got old. Kvartira 7, теперь пустая. Ее часть стоит, никто не знает. Она учила жить без лишних слов. Я не успел, вот и весь улов. Квартира 7 теперь пустая, никто не знает. She kept the 10, you be laying them biscuits on the shelf by the clock, never for herself, always for whoever knocked. I took those biscuits for granted, 17 years running straight. Now I buy the same ones here at a Russian store on 26. They taste different, or I'm different, can't determine which is true. Probably both, probably neither, that's grief's residue. She sold a patch on my Adidas jacket when I was 9. Blue thread on black, slightly wrong shade, perfectly fine. That jacket's gone, but the image of her hands above it stays. Thick finger, silver ring, moonlight through the orange haze. I don't visit the grave, I'm 6,000 miles of ocean and boat. I visit the tin of biscuits on the shelf and the zip code. Квартира 7 теперь пустая. Ее часть стоит, никто не знает. Она учила жить без лишних слов. Я не успел, вот и есть улов. Квартира 7 теперь пустая, никто не знает. The last thing she asked me, you eat one food at night? I said yes, babushka, that was almost right. She knew I was lying the way she always knew. Said nothing, that was a mercy, that was a truth. Квартира 7 теперь пустая. Ее часть Three shell companies, 2 notaries, 1 accountant named Vlad. On paper I sold vintage furniture, technically not bad. Rented a unit on support to nothing fancy, just a door. Moved numbers through a Lebanese restaurant on the 4th floor. The restaurant was real, good hummus, decent rent. Owner asked no questions, that's a business model, not consent. Tuesday, February, 2 a.m. carrying a Nike bag. Man on the corner of Lincoln, gray blanket, paper bag. He watched me go and he watched me come out a different way. He was there Monday, 2 and Thursday, I miscalculated. Didn't think about him, that's the error, that's the crack. Invisible man of excellent memory for a fact. Бездомный знал маршрут лучше, чем я. Пока я считал деньги, считал меня. 3 фирмы, 2 нотариуса и 1 человек, который просто смотрел и решил мой век. Бездомный знал маршрут лучше, чем я, просто смотрел. Feds came in a Wednesday, polite 2 sedans, no drama. 1 agent had a Dunkin' coffee, the detail hit like karma. They had photographs, timestamps, a hand-drawn map on yellow legal. The handwriting wasn't Vlad, too shaky, not from someone nigga. Lawyer pulled the evidence file, 3rd page exhibit C. Witness statement mail, no fixed address, that was he. His description of me, big coat, Russian walk, never looks around. That last part is what got me, that's the part that hit the ground. Never looks around, he clocked me because I didn't clock. Professional blindness, I built a system with a missing locks. And 14 months navigating federal paperwork and grief, all because a man with nothing offered 1 pay to believe. Бездомный знал маршрут лучше, чем я. Пока я считал деньги, считал меня. 3 фирмы, Мы два нотариуса и один человек, который просто смотрел и решил мой век. Бездомный знал маршрут лучше, чем я просто смотрел. Found out his name, the file redacted it clean, but I think about him supposed the 2 a.m. that scene. Smartest person in my operation, no equity, no cut, just a blanket and a memory and a door that stays shut. Никогда не смотрел назад. Смотрел назад. Никогда не смотрел назад. Kvartira, Oblast, August, Tiger smelled like pine and rye. Me and Seryoga, no signal, a knife between the both of us, that's what we got. Bear came from the East Ridge, not running, walking, which is worse. Seryoga foes, I didn't. That's the difference in the curves. Got my left hand look wrong, call it, took the middle finger clean. Not dramatic, clinical, like a toll booth, you know what I mean. Wrapped it in my Reebok sock, hiked 4 hours to the road. Seryoga cried the whole way, I just carried my own load. Surgeon and Kvartira said, you're lucky it was one. I said, Doc, I used that finger most, he didn't find it fun. Now I count to 9 in 2 languages, still fluent though. And every Russian handshake tells a story they don't know. Медведь взял палец, я забрал урок. Тарга не спрашивает, есть ли срок. 9 пальцев, та же рукоять. Кто выжил сам, тому не занимать. Медведь взял палец, я забрал урок. Та же рукоять. Santa Monica, they see the hand, they ask about the ring. Never what removed it, always the romantic thing. Told a girl on 3rd Street it was a snowblower in Minsk. She believes that that's the loneliness at the center of this. Seryoga moved to Novosibirsk, sells auto parts. That's fine, sends me a bear emoji every August. That's a lifeline. I got a silicone prosthetic and a draw on Pico Ave. Never wear it, feels like lying to the mirror that I have. The bed didn't hate me, it was hungry, I was there. Most damage in my life came from the same equation, I swear. Wrong place, right hunger, nobody's fault, somebody bleeds. That's the tiger, that's the war, that's every human need. Медведь взял палец, я забрал урок. Тайга не спрашивает, есть ли срок. 4 пальцев, та же рукоять. Кто выжил сам, тому не занимать. Медведь взял палец, я забрал урок. Та же рукоять. Kept a finger on the jar for 3 days. Don't ask why. Some things you hold past the point of useful, just to say goodbye. Buried it behind the hospital in a patch of municipal brass. Gave it a name, man, gave it a memory, then I let it pass. Our pilots. Борка вышел из леса один. Спросил телефон. Позвони маме. Nobody filed the report correctly. That's the first thing you should know. 43 men, one machete, one guy named Borko. Not Borko from anywhere important. Borko from Pens, a diesel mechanic, never decorated, no agenda. Battalion moved through the tree line at 0400, mud and frost, yeah. Borko was on perimeter, command assumed him lost. He wasn't lost, he was annoyed, which is a different state. Annoyance in a man like Borko operates at a different rate. First contact, no ammunition, jammed Kalash in the wet. He put it down like a broken tool, reach for what he kept, machete, Yugoslav, handle wrapped in electrical tape, black. He went forward into 43 and didn't come back. Came back, that's the thing, he came back, walked out the tree line alone, sat down on an ammunition crate and asked for a phone. Борка вышел из леса один. 43, один мачете, один. Не герой, просто злой механик в грязи. Позвони маме, скажи, что живи. Борка вышел из леса один. Просто злой. Medical examined him, 4 lacerations, 2 ribs, 1 ear. The ear was cosmetic, he wasn't precious about gear. They asked him what happened in the tree line step by step. He said, they were in my way, that was the whole concept. No tactics, no ideology, no training applied. Just a man from Panzer who decided nobody inside that perimeter was gonna interrupt this specific night. Some men access something when you push them past the right. They gave him a medal, he lost it in the same week. Not symbolically, literally, jacket pocket lost in the creek. Transferred him to logistics after that, nobody argued. You don't put Borko back on perimeter, that's a value. Now he's in Krasnodar, fixes trucks, drinks tea, checks the weather. His wife says he sleeps fine, light sleeper, but fine altogether. Борка вышел из леса один. 43, один мачете, один. Не герой, просто злой механик в грязи. Позвони маме, скажи, что живи. Борка вышел из леса один. Просто злой. The myth needs a reason, the man didn't have one. That's what makes the tree line story hard to run from. We need our violence explained, packaged, assigned the cause. Borko just had a machete in the perimeter and no pause. Борка вышел из леса один. Спросил телефон. Позвони маме. Farmers Market, 3rd Street, Saturday, October 11 a.m. She was arguing with a vendor over the weight of melon. Not rude, technical, specific. She had a point about the scale. The vendor knew it, she knew it. I just watched that detail. Blonde California Vans, a denim jacket with a pin. Something about the way she stood, wait for with no grin. I bought coffee I didn't eat from the stall. Besides, I seen she turned and said he's been short waiting since 2019. Said it to me a stranger, like I was already in the conversation. That's the move that built the whole foundation. We walked the market for 40 minutes talking about nothing real. Red price and city parking, where the LA has a soul to steal. Калифорния это не трип, это приговор. Один час на рынке и закрыт вопрос. Она взяла сердце, как сдачу с весов. Не спросила, Просто взяла без слов Калифорния. Это не тип, это приговор, yeah. Просто взяла. We got tacos from a truck on Arizona Avenue. Sat on the curb, she ate like nobody was watching. Which is immune to every performance I'd seen in every city I came through. Moscow, New York, Voronezh, nobody eats like that, just true. She had a laugh that came out wrong, too loud and covered fast, like she learned somewhere that loud was too much. Learned that fast, I recognize the edit, I do it in a different key. Two people trimming themselves for rooms that couldn't hold them free. 1 hour, 17 minutes, I checked, don't judge the math. She stood up, gave me her number on the Trader Joe's receipt. No bath of sentiment, just call if you want. And gone around the corner, and I stood on Arizona Ave like a first day foreigner. My chest doing something I don't have vocabulary for in English. In Russian need of some feeling, stay linguistically unfinished. California, это не тип, это приговор. Один час на ринге, закрыт вопрос. Она взяла сердце, как статью с весом, и спросила, просто взяла без слов. Калифорния, это не тип, это приговор. I still have the Trader Joe's receipt, it's in my jacket, same one. Ink's fading but the number's still legible, still done. Man who laundered money through 11-inch restaurant on 4th. Kept by a melon argument, that's the full report. Yeah. Один час. California, это не тип, это приговор. Один час. Просто взяла, просто взяла. 2 a.m. The radiator ticks and hisses. Old blues on wax. Needle caught in the groove. Some of us got forged in there. Not a ride. Scratch linoleum of 40 on the sill. Pipe behind the wall won't stop. It's cold, but it's still November pavement cracked like Uncle Vinny's knuckles. Every scar taught me something. Every stumble came in doubles. Borrowed somebody's beer at the corner of 3rd and Kane. Flame went out twice. Still got my Newport lit again. Traded bad decisions with the dusty cardboard sleeves, but the blue nose pressed between them got me moving through the freeze. Great peak coat, wrong size, 2 windows running. Cigarette smoke on the stairwell, only crowd that keeps coming. I don't chase nothing but the rent and my composure. Walked the coast so long it started tasting like closure. Ser снег на черном льду. Я из боли, я иду. Ставь внутри, ни шагу назад. Это город мой, один мой клад. Серый снег на черном льду. Из боли иду. Из боли иду. Mississippi blues won't travel where I'm from, but the gut punch in the core do. I was 12 when it struck. Pawn shop, Stratocaster in the corner of room 4B. Couldn't tune it, couldn't sell it, but the strings kinda knew me. Swept the grief out like a broom down a dusty corridor. Now I enter any room, people read the temperature. Crash screen, phone 11, miss still catching every call. Told my demons sign a clipboard, watched them crowd the hall. They've been clocking me since winter of a year I don't name. Turning numbness up so far, sharpened to a blade. Nah, not a phoenix, more like carbon under pressure, running hard. Quiet through the squeeze, but I come up sharp from the yard, yeah. I don't play the blues cause it sounds beautiful. Play it cause I know it won't let me go. Chip blue paint on every door I pass through. Now I'm the door code, handle doesn't close. Серый снег на черном льду. Я из боли, я иду. Стань внутри, ни шагу назад. Этот город мой, один мой клад. Один мой клад. Из боли иду. ser ikke snak med tjonen, du. Jeg er sporlig, jeg er du. Jeg er sporlig, Sonoma Valley, Sonoma Valley, someone's client thing. I got a +1 invite. Showed up in my black Zara jacket, wrong century, right night. Vineyard on a hill, the kind that has a narrative, not a name. Founded in 1987, but the brochure plays the heritage game. Ho said the Pinot speaks of iron and coastal morning fog. I said it tastes like grapes and money, nobody laughed, just logs. $70 a glass, I did the math twice on my phone. That's the camera roll monthly utility bill, not the loan. Man next to me had a linen shirt, the kind that cost a wrinkle right. Explained terror for 11 minutes, I just watched the light. Not the vineyard light, the light in his eyes that needed me to care. That hunger to be heard by someone who doesn't usually share. $70, один бокал вина. В Кемерово это счет за тепло, не вина. Виноградник с нарративом, рубашка в складку. Я пил и молчал, держал лошадку. $70 один бокал вина, держал лошадку. There was a woman there who kept saying accessible about the wine, which meant cheap enough for her friends but still worth the shrine. She asked where I was from, I said Russia. She said, oh how brave, like geography was a personality and survival was a rave. I had a cheese plate in front of me, 4 cheeses, no labels, just vibes, and a small card describing their emotional tables. One said assertive, I ate the assertive one first. It tasted like any other cheese, which confirmed my thesis and my thirst. The vineyard dog was the only honest thing on the property. Sniffed my Zara jacket, lost interest, walked away properly. I respect that dog more than the terroir speech, the linen shirt, the card. He assessed me accurately and moved on, that's not hard. Drank my $70 slow, watched the Sonoma sun go red. Beautiful, actually couldn't tell them that, so I just said nothing instead. $70, один бокал вина. В Кемерово это счет за тепло, не вина. Виноградник с нарративом, рубашка в складку. Я пил и молчал, держал лошадку. $70 один бокал вина, держал лошадку. Drive back on the 101, windows down, Sonoma to SM. Radio called a blue station somewhere past Petaluma 10. Couldn't name the artist, slow guitar, one voice, one room recorded. $70 wine in my blood and something finally ordered. Собака знала. Держи лошадку. $70, один бокал вина. Держал лошадку. Собака знала. Found my notebook in the box, I packed them foreigns, never opened since. Inside a list I wrote at 3 a.m. on January dance. Not a diary, an inventory, 12 items, number dated. The things I did that year that I had not yet calculated. Number one told him his business I did was fine when it wasn't. Yeah, he lost 14 months on it. I lost the right to call myself his cousin. Number three took money from my uncle for a flight I didn't take. Told him the flight was canceled, that was a deliberate mistake. Number seven, let a woman think I was available for life. Knew the whole time I was leaving, kept the warmth like a knife. The list goes to 12, I won't read all of them here. Some debts you acknowledge, not perform, that much is clear. Sat with a notebook 20 minutes, Pico Ave, kitchen light, and put it in the drawer next to the Zippo. Same drawer, same night. Грехи нашлись в коробке из Воронежа. 12 пунктов, почерк мой, тревожно же. Не каялся, просто прочел и закрыл, положил обратно. Вот и весь мотив, грехи нашлись в коробке из Воронежа. Просто закрыл. Number 9 was the one that took the longest to re-read about a man I testified against who didn't do the deed. Not court informal workplace, somebody needed a name. I gave one that wasn't mine and stepped out of the frame. He lost the job, I know that, ran into him in 19. He didn't mention it, I didn't mention that we stayed clean. There's specific silence between two men who both know the math. It's a weight that doesn't file itself down any other path. Yeah. Priest in Voronezh once told me confession works like this. You say the thing out loud, the way redistributes. I'm not religious, but the notebook theory holds the same. Writing it down didn't fix it, just gave the damage a frame. The drawer on Pico has one orange zipper, one US size letter, one notebook of 12 cents. Together they made the weather. Грехи нашлись, коробки из Воронежа. 12 пунктов, почерк мой, тревожно же. Не каялся, просто прочел и закрыл, положил обратно. Вот и весь мотив, грехи нашлись в коробке из Воронежа. Просто закрыл. No with trouble, didn't write him full, just diminish you, let me hear. Whoever reads this drawer after me can wonder I don't care. Коробки из Воронежа. Просто закрыл тот же ящик. Rented a room on 4th and Pico, queen bed, microwave. Paid in cash, give the landlord half a nod and a shrug. 7 a.m. here feels like a Wednesday light, but it's still on mall school time. Nigga, sun's wrong in the sky. Walk the pier with a styrofoam cup, black. No sugar coat, man on the bench had a pushkin tattoo on his forearm. Oh, we not no need for language when the weight sits like that. Pawn shop on Lincoln had a battered slide on her set. Minnesota. Тихий а внутри лед. За тепло, но душа не берет. Я с голодных улиц, здесь чужой, но иду вперед с собой. Тихий океан, а внутри лед. Иду вперед с собой. the air. The price has got a nerve. $4 coffee, $10 bread, that's the California curve. Called my mother Tuesday, 11 her time, she asked if I eat right. Told her I didn't mention the rhyme in 3 nights. Took the 33 bucks down to Venice Beach of dust. Every stranger on that ride was carrying some kind of huss. Wrote 3 bars on the CVS receipt near 7th Street. Crumpled it smooth, it crumpled it, that's how complete. Blues don't need a translator, the minor key lands flat. Every coast to every kitchen, every city flat. Same blue note. Bands on the pier at some courtyard in Pechetniki, dead of the year. Yeah. Тихий океан, а внутри лед. Здесь тепло, но душа не берет. Я с холодных улиц, здесь чужой, но иду вперед с собой. Тихий океан, а внутри лед. Rushing in Santa Monica and I lost recalibrating. Blues ain't American, ain't Russian, just way navigating. Same opens, different when your lungs still hold the cold. Barefoot Californians don't know the price of thought, the price of thought, the price of thought. Bleecker and Jones a Tuesday, February sleep. She was 3 blocks behind me, I was already in the street. Argument about nothing, the restaurant built some tone I used. The kind of fight that's really about every time I bruise. Guy came from the left, didn't clock the blade until I was sitting on the curb with my hand on my rib still. She ran back, I saw her face before I saw the blood. That face, that's the thing that got me, not the stainless stud. St. Vincent's ER, 11 p.m., fluorescent cold. She held my IV arm and I was already watching her fold. Not from fear, from knowing the way women know. Before a man admits he's been the blade and not the blow. Нью-Йорк забрал то, что я сам разбил. Любовь не рана, но я сам убил. Лезвие чужое, эго мое. Она ушла и правильно ее. Нью-Йорк забрал то, что я сам разбил. Эго мое. She came every day, 4 days, St. Vincent's 8 a.m. Brought a thermos of chai from that place on Sullivan. Then, day 5 I told her she was smothering, I needed space. In a hospital bed with a drain in my side, that was my face. That's not a metaphor, that's the actual sentence I said. Something gotta be the hardest thing in the room, or they're dead. Not dead, just scared the intimacy more than the knife. She was the only one who looked at me like a light. She left the thermos on the window ledge, didn't say a word, walked out in that grey wool coat. The exit I deserved, I watched the door for 10 minutes, nothing changed. Just the thermos going cold and a man who stayed the same. Нью-Йорк забрал то, что я сам разбил. Любовь не рана, но я сам убил. Лезвие чужое, эго мое. Она ушла и правильно ее. Нью-Йорк забрал то, что я сам разбил. Эго мое. Sullivan Street, sometimes on maps at 2 a.m. Satellite view in a roof of the child place, no one to frame. Like I'm trying to verify the city still holds that block, that she still breathes inside some square mile off the dock. New York забрал то, что я сам разбил. Лезвие чужое, эго мое. We split a pack of Java goals outside Krskaya, 09. You say whatever comes, nigga, you're mine. Not romantic, the way soldiers talk before they know that one of you will fall when the temperature drops below. Your mother kept my photo in the hallway by the coast. Mine kept yours. 2 kids with busted bikes and winter throats. Last real call you made, March back connection, Kiev line. You said you had to go, I heard the static, not the sign. Now your number's saved, but the contact reads like a gravestone name. I don't delete it, cause deletion feels like taking blame. A promise made on a cursed platform, bench in the cold. Ways different when the war decides who you're controlled. Брат, слово, которое сгорело. Война взяла и все, что было цело. Ты там, я здесь, граница не ответ. Обещание живет, а тебя нет. Брат, слово, которое сгорело. Обещание живет. I kept the lighter, you forgot in my place in Marina. Orange Zippo cracked, it's in my jacket, Santa Monica. Carried it through Sharimati, Evo, through JFK, through here. Not sentiment, more like evidence that it was real, was clear. You believed in something I couldn't follow through the wire. Not judging, just watching what a border does to prior. They showed me a photo, you in uniform, you look the same. Same jaw, same posture, different country on the frame. I don't know which side or right you standing on today. Don't need to, just need to know you're standing somewhere. We swore on nothing formal, no paper, no church, no ring. Just 2 niggas on the bench who meant a serious thing. Брат, слово, которое сгорело. Война взяла и все, что было цело. Ты там, я здесь, граница не ответ. Обещание живет, а тебя нет. Брат, слово, которое сгорело. Обещание живет. I don't pray, but I check the casualty list on a Tuesday. Your name wasn't there, I closed the tab and felt something up. Relief for you and grief for the other names I scrolled. That's what the war made of me, that's what I was told. Брат, слово, которое сгорело. Слово, которое сгорело. Там я здесь, там я здесь. Yeah, we both been through the last old cassette in the deck, Soviet era blues on tape. Transferred by my cousin Diamond, all the static, all the scrape. Past the liquor store, a church, a bankruptcy, lawyer sign. Santa Monica gotta be the most honest strip on the 9. USC's letter in the glove box, unopened flat. Some things you carry in your car just to know where they're at. Cold, hard street, energy, medium. Nah, blues rap. Russian underground trap, nocturnal, cold menacing. Melancholic, slow halftime, it always bout bass, how bass, how bass, how bass, how bass, how bass, how bass. It always bout bass, how bass, how bass, how bass, how bass. Dark blues rap. Dark blues rap. Dark blues rap. Dark blues rap. Dark blues rap, Russian underground China. Dark tunnel, cold, menacing, melancholy. Slow halftime, 808s, dial bass. Soviet blues cassette, texture. Industrial reverb, dry deep mail rap delivery. No auto-tune hard, rhythmic Russian hook. No intro starts and medium on verse. Commonwealth Ave, November. That specific boasting cold the bites. Not dramatic, administrative, like the city's filing right. Shared a 3-room on Austin with 2 Ukrainians and a cat. None of us had furniture, we had opinions and a map. Read the cookbook with a midnight on a single electric ring. Ghosty play Kino on the laptop, missing the G-string. I had a job at a Ukrainian deli on Brighton Ave, 6-2. Slice cold cuts for professor students, the whole Austin crew. Blizzard of 15, shut the tea for 3 days straight. We played cards, drank instant coffee, argued about fate. Not philosophy, practical, whose fault the rent was late. That's the version of fate that actually keeps you awake. Best 3 years of my American life, and I was broke. Funny how the mathematics only make sense in retrospect and smoke. Бостон, Олстон, гречка в полночь, вот и все. Витя, Костя, злой февраль, мое родство. Не скучаю по городу, скучаю по тебе, потому кто спал на мате и смеялся в темноте. Бостон, Олстон, гречка в полночь, вот и все. Скучаю по себе. Brighton Ave had a bar called the Silhouette, still does that thing. We go Thursdays, order the cheapest thing, nurse it, not drink. Mostly just to sit somewhere there wasn't the mat on the floor. The bartender knew our order and never asked for more. That's a specific kindness, being left alone with you broke. Not performing poverty, not explaining every joke. Met a girl from Yaroslav at a house party on Carmel. She been in Boston 7 years, still conjugating in the past. We talked till 4 a.m. about nothing we were willing to name. 2 Russians in the kitchen in Austin playing the same game. Didn't call her after, Koska said I was an idiot, he was right. But the conversation still safe somewhere warm that specific night. Santa Monica has better weather and worse everything else. I'd trade the Pacific for one Austin winter on those shelves. Yeah, Boston, Austin, речка в полночь, вот и все. Витя, Костя, злой февраль, мое родство. Не скучаю по городу, скучаю по себе, потому кто спал на мате и смеялся в темноте. Бостон, Олстон, речка в полночь, вот и все. Скучаю по себе. Cat was named Brezhnev. Nobody remembered who named him. He slept on the map between us like a great communist problem. Reacher took and we split the apartment in spring of 18. Sends me photos. Sometimes Brezhnev got a fat to dream. себе. Stopped on Tweddlescat Tuesday, I didn't say I'm no reason given. Officer looked at my passport, the way it Chevron's a menu, he didn't write driven. Took 4 minutes, handed the back, said vile, normal, no itty. Yeah, that's the whole transaction. No drama, no fee. My American friends ask if I was scared, I say what? Scared is for when it's unpredictable. Russian police follow a rut. The rut is papers, look, decide, move on or don't. If your papers are in order and your coat looks like you want what? Exactly, that's the art form of the stop. Projecting the specific kind of boring that makes the interest drop. I mastered it at 19, Voronezh went to bad haircut, yeah. Look so unremarkably present that they weigh me clear. Полиция, это погода не враг. Читая протокол, не меняй свой шаг. Документы в порядке, иди, Бреб. Скучный человек, самый живой хлеб. Полиция, это погода не враг. Иди, Breb. Santa Monica cops stopped me on Lincoln, September bike lane. Completely different species, apologetic. Explain the pain of lie, he had to check. Offered a pamphlet, asked my day. Russian police would find that exhausting in every way. Neither is better, they're just different administrative styles. One manages fear, one manages paperwork and smiles. Back in the Lake Crystal 14, checkpoint near the market square. Officer was eating the beer, shook, just waved us through mid-air. Didn't look up, the shook was clearly more pressing in my face. I respect the prioritization, I respect that grace the Drake in any country, any uniform, any year. Look like the most boring air in the city has and disappear. I've been bad airing for 20 years across 4 jurisdictions, clean. Most unremarkable man at every checkpoint ever seen. Полиция, это погода не враг. Читай протокол, не меняй свой шаг. Документы в порядке, иди, Бреб. Скучный человек, самый живой хлеб. Полиция, это погода не враг. Иди, Бреб. The pure officer, I think about him sometimes on Lincoln Ave. Man just wanted lunch. Not my biography, not my plan.